Hey everyone, in this video today I have the Launch X431 Pro Elite OBD2 scanner. In this hard case, we do have a couple of things. There's a lot of manuals, some power cords, some relevant cords to interface with the OBD port, as well as the activation key. And down here, we have the device itself. This is one of those more advanced OBD readers, especially given that it can read many different modules of a vehicle. It does have a kickstand on the back here, so you're able to stand it up on a table. Has a camera as well. Has this rugged feel on it throughout. Power button, interface, USB, all on the top. If you boot it up for the first time without reading manuals, you'll see that there's an owner login. You're going to have to log in to be able to use all the features of this thing, and that is using the activation code. There were also a lot of different updates that I had to put on the tablet before actually starting to use it. So of course there's a bit of a configuration process. To make it easier, I went to the X431 website, found the serial number and password from this paper right here, entered that, created a login, and then looked through all the different software available. From there, I was able to start upgrading all the software on this device. And by way of updates, there was a lot of them, so I had to let the tablet sit for a bit and finish its job. Okay, so I have the OBD cable going straight into the OBD port right now. And now for the first time, I'm going to hit Intelligent Diagnose with the car on. If you're offline for a bit, as I was, I had to reconnect to the internet, re-authenticate, check for the upgrades, and then go back into the Diagnose. Okay, so it gives the car information. Scan history just to see if we've scanned it before. And this is where we separate the mechanics from DIYers. So you see here there's 16 pin, 17 pin, etc. Lots of different options and lots of different modules to choose from. ECM is typically where typical OBD readers will read. They won't go beyond and look at SRS or other areas. Right now doing a general scan of codes in my engine, and there's nothing out. You can use the Android back button to back out of different screens, and you get this series of beeps to remember to remove the cable from the car. So personally, I like Intelligent Diagnose to be able to read the VIN and stuff, but I actually like Local Diagnose to be able to dig a bit deeper into the ECM and different features of the vehicle. So now here I am in Toyota specific diagnostic software and opening that. From here, I select the 16-pin DLC, and that allows me to read data from the car. Initially, we can see data like year, engine, and mileage. And now on hitting OK, we're able to read through all the different modules, engine, airbag, etc., and then read back all the different fault codes. So my car doesn't have a check engine light, but this did find a fault code in EMPS. And then we get to actually dig into it. I enter it just to see what's going on. Everything else looks normal here, so we're just going to focus on the very top one. It says it controls steering operation. When we dig deeper, you can read the exact fault code and understand, hey, it lost communication with the front camera module. That's pretty actionable, and I know this because I installed OpenPilot in my vehicle. So this makes sense, and that's something I can ignore. Reading through the ECM showed that the engine light status is off, and the readiness monitors are all okay. From here, I can dig deeper and look at the specific monitors. So for all the different modules in the car, just like the ECM, we can see different fields. For this particular one, for the ECM, there's 49 fields, and I'm selecting a couple of them. In the next screen, I'm able to read the values live. I'm even able to graph them over time as well. Next, I entered into hybrid control and decided to read some data in the data stream. These were some of the data points that showed up, including stuff like the auxiliary battery and other battery voltage. And for the first time in a long time, I'm able to actually look into the actual hybrid system of the Prius as well as the block voltages. Here's a graph as well to show them over time. Again, we can do the same thing for radar cruise, read the whole data stream, look through all the different things like cruise, accelerator pedal position, and see all the data coming out if we want to check through it. Here are some points on the occupant detection system as well as the weight sensor. So when I push down, you can even see that moving. And here I am looking at even the window switches. Auto up, auto down, glass position, etc. We can even do an actuation test, and what that means is pretty much emulate the driver's side switch or even any other window switch and test going up and down. So aside from doing a deep dive into all the different modules that make up the whole car, including the window, etc., there is a service function menu, and within that shows things like ABS, TPMS, oil reset lights, and all that stuff. Some of these are manual instructions, but on the other side, there's some automated stuff that happens in the back end to actually clear the reset lights. There's also an other modules section, which shows things like toolbox, recording, calculator, camera, etc. There's even an MO programmer within, but I feel like you do need an additional module to actually use the MO programmer. Of course, if I get this wrong, please correct me down below in the comments too. In the software store, there's also different things that you can purchase like Tesla and these other things I'm showing on the screen, which isn't really that much. A lot of features and functionalities are already supported by a bunch of different other makes, so that's also good to know. And lastly, since this is an Android tablet, I'm able to watch different videos on specific codes as well straight from the tablet itself, so that's also helpful. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, hope it helped you out, especially if you're looking into something like this, and I hope to see you in the next video.